Okay, what up?
Hi everyone,
Hello, everybody.
nice to be back on set with you.
Yeah.
We're here again to just talk.
So we were just at Godsent's house today,
Yeah.
just chilling and all. And we began to have a lot of thoughts as usual. So we decided that we needed to talk. We just decided to come, put some things together, quickly share our thoughts with us, and see how things will go.
Yeah.
So,
We're talking about how everybody knows that we're entering into the season of love.
February.
February is here already.
Exactly.
So Valentine, it's a time for people to share love, find new lovers, celebrate love and all of that. So we're just like, let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. I currently am married. Hey, I know where my ring go.
Voila.
I didn't know my ring, but yeah. So we're just like, let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. Love is a great thing.
Mm.
So
Well, February is the Valentine month,
mm.
and you know, a lot of talk about love. Valentine is coming. Where is your boyfriend? That's the people are
That's
already
the theme for
selling
this month.
Valentine packs.
Yes. All the vendors
200K
are
sale.
out
All the
already.
vendors are out.
Out.
Small chops vendors,
Vendors.
chocolate vendors, and all. And we said we should just give our 2 cents. And this period, of course, as usual, there'll be a lot of opinions flying,
Yes.
and
People are
um,
churning out
everybody's talking and
ideas, their
everybody's
books,
functioning
materials on love,
exactly.
relationship.
And our fellow content creators are going to be putting things out there and
Yeah.
all that. And we know that everybody's functioning by a set of rules. Everybody has a mindset by which they do what they do.
Yeah.
The way we express love or the way we interact, the way we even form relationships is
Yeah.
based on the way we view those things, either from our background or societal experiences or whatever. And I feel like we can pick up from there, for instance, how the prevalent mindset, the thought patterns around how people deal when it comes to love
Yeah.
and
Uh,
relationships.
yeah. If sometimes when you even look at this love matters, it's it's almost as though the information available in this our generation or this time in the world
Mm,
is so much. There's so much information out there on
yes,
this matter.
everybody has
Sex,
something to
love,
say.
relationship. There's nobody that can advise anybody
Mm,
on these matters because everybody has
exactly.
something he knows to teach.
Yeah,
Even those going through heartbreak are teaching.
they
You
are
see them
teaching
on
you.
they are teaching people on status. They are
Mm,
teaching something. So we're in a time where information is not really the problem. There's information out there.
mm,
Everybody has something to say about love, marriage, relationship, sex, and all of that. So you coming to say, oh, you want to talk about love, and who do you want to advise? Everybody,
exactly.
everybody is an advisor on this matter.
Exactly.
So unlike times where earlier times or where people were shy to talk about this topic, although it's a good thing,
Everybody's talking
it's
now,
good to talk
actually.
about these things, but also it's also good when there's when information becomes too much, it creates
It's
this
an
of
overload.
there's an overload. So we are unable to be very precise.
Mm,
So I'm dating a guy or I'm dating a lady. What is the precise knowledge I need to select the kind of girl to marry
mm.
or to date? Then what are the set of rules I'm to apply
You,
in
you
that
know why what
relationship?
you're saying is even funny is because
Mm.
people don't even feel like there is any need to know anything before entering a relationship or
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
you commit to any
Because
form of.
the assumption that you already know,
You watch movies now, you just
you
go on,
know
you watch
what
a movie, a guy
exactly.
meets girl,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
emotions are pushing everybody, everything is so
Everything
fine
is going very
and
well.
perfect. And so
Yes.
naturally,
Mm.
there's the feeling that, oh, I just have to meet the best person,
Yeah.
everything will just work out.
Exactly.
Why do I have to know principles? What do I
Yeah.
have to implement? That
So,
this is
yeah.
supposed to be natural, it's supposed to flow.
Mhm.
Is that not how we
So
all see it?
yeah, so the whole love thing is hanging on the fact, like you said, on finding the right person,
Mm,
getting that right person, getting that magic moment
love at first sight.
Love, well, yeah, exactly, that magic moment, love at first sight. You see the person. Of course, some people move further and say, oh, chemistry and all of this.
Mm,
So, but there's this thing about finding.
mm,
It's already localized in someone,
yeah,
just getting that person. If you can get that right person, everything just
falls into
live,
place.
everything happens.
Yeah.
So you live happily ever after. So ah, everybody has been portraying this love utopia.
Mm.
So
There's just a
yeah,
paradise. You
so
just feel like if I
this
can just
this
get that right
this love
person.
paradise. So everybody just trying to that we are all on that race to get that right person, to be
Mm,
with that person that will love us in return
mm.
and share the same values.
That may not be a bad thing now.
Mm.
You want to be happy if you just find
Yeah.
somebody
So, but it's
that you
just
know
that
is perfect for you.
today we are seeing that marriages, because the goal of all these things, I believe, is
Mm.
to have committed relationship,
Yes,
marriage. You
marriage
understand?
ultimately.
Ultimately, so it's now like a paradox that in a time where the information about
It's so
love,
much.
sex, and is so much, is a period where the highest number of heartbreaks,
Mm.
the highest number of divorce,
Divorces,
and
yeah.
it cuts across all fields of life. Some people will say, "Oh, it's money that sustains love,"
Mm.
for example, and you see that but the divorce rate among even people who call celebrities
It's so
is
yeah,
is
as
is,
rich as
is,
they
uh,
seem to be.
is still there. People, if you want to talk about intellectuals,
Mm.
it cuts across
Even
all.
sex, sustaining relationship and all that.
Yes. If some people say no, it's sex.
Exactly.
Great sex is what keeps a family.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you say great sex keeps a family or great sex keeps a relationship,
Relationship.
then porn stars should have
Oh,
the
that's true.
best.
They should have the yeah.
They should have the best
Everybody
relationship.
should be in love with them, but they
Yeah,
should be
exactly. They should
yes.
have the best relationships out there. They
Yeah.
should have long-lasting relationship.
Mm.
So it's almost as if all the things we are hinging on money. It doesn't even
We've all seen them fail.
exactly. We've seen them fail. So and many times when we get burnt or we've been
Mm.
served breakfast or something happens, we now build a mindset
Mindset, yeah.
on those failures, and we
True.
teach other people.
Yeah.
Be careful of men.
Get men are scum.
Men are scorpions.
Women are scorpions.
Women are scorpions.
Fear women.
Yeah, women. So those it there's an assumption.
Mm.
So as much as there's information out there, there's no the knowledge that's out there is passive.
Yeah, there's no
There's
active
no
transmission.
active
Yeah.
there's no active implementation of the information. So we are running on subconscious. I
Yes.
just started dating you. There's set of expectations I have of
I
you
have
that I
of
don't
you.
even know I have of you.
Yes.
But all of a sudden I just realized that I like my woman
Like
to
what?
wash my clothes. I like my
But
woman
we
to cook
never
my
we never
meals.
discussed that.
We never discussed
And
that.
then all of a
Yeah.
sudden that's creating a rift.
So
And that's actually this thing was saying now. It's so profound because I'm sure as we're even talking now, somebody's like, are you serious? I don't we just like ourselves now, we just meet ourselves, we just like ourselves.
yeah, love it
And
must
it's supposed to just flow
so it just flow.
because of we watch our movies like we said earlier and all that. And speaking about this mindset, I would actually even like to see I like us to delve into this whole thing about sex,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know, this whole thing about sex because in the generation we are in, we're in a very sexualized
Environment. Yeah,
environment.
yeah.
It's hard to talk about the concept of, in fact, many people's idea of relationship
And
is sex.
it's sex.
So
Yes, yes.
if people are dating, for instance,
Mm.
they don't know what else are you doing in a relationship if you are not
Because you
having.
already have platonic
Yes,
relationship with every other
exactly.
person.
So what
So
that
if
differentiates,
someone is going to be your lover, then
then that should be what you are doing.
mm,
And there's something I've been saying. I was talking to Elvis,
mm,
recently, and we were talking about how there's something I termed it the sex lie. That's the name I call it,
yeah.
and how the concept of sex has been sold to
Mm,
our generation and to even prior generation to an extent in such a way that it has been given a place that it's not supposed to have.
mm.
So and young people are coming up. First of all, the first challenge is that people don't really talk about this as much. Although now we are having a lot of information about it, but
But
this
we're not really talking about it.
right.
We're not really talking about what is important about sex.
Hmm.
We just talk about most times. Okay, if it's for the men, we talk about the performance of it. We talk
Yeah.
about we see it. We talk about it in line of it being a sport, of you
Exactly.
winning something, of you
Winning
being a
zone.
champion, of
Yes.
you conquering the
Men,
woman,
men
of
are always
you,
trying to show
yes, yeah,
their accolades, their what
yes,
they've
what
conquered.
they've conquered.
How long can you
Yes,
last? All those
so
kind of funny
that's what we
mindsets.
talk about.
Yes.
That's what we talk about when we talk about sex and all of that. The women, on the other hand, what
Uh,
do women talk about?
well, I wish you had a woman on set, but maybe we can speculate.
Yes.
So, many times they are taught, we can say that there is a general conditioning
Mm.
for women to feel like the ability to provide a man sex will hold him, will
Yeah.
keep him.
Yeah.
Because yes, we hear a lot that men like sex.
Yeah.
Men, yes. So it's natural that she may feel like, ah, well, this is what this man needs to hold him down. And of
Yeah.
course, men will take advantage of that. They just be like, you just want to sleep with the lady.
Mm.
If she can just sleep with him, they will express a level of commitment.
Mm.
But we both know that many of these things are not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's of course not be fair for us to just say they are not true without
Mm.
us also sharing why we
Mm.
feel they are not true.
Yeah, you're already sharing in that line when you're talking about the sex lie.
Yes.
So until we branch into this,
Yeah.
the sex lie,
Yeah. How
there's a certain set of expectations, yeah,
expectations.
that we've created.
Yes.
And many times these information or these expectations were given to us by the media.
The media.
What we've seen in movies,
Yes.
what we've seen in X-rated movies,
Yes.
X-rated sites,
And
pictures.
and
Yeah.
and and I the reason why I captioned it the sex lie,
Mm.
very obvious, a lie around sex,
Yeah.
is the fact that because of what you just said now,
Mm.
how that people have created an expectation. Because first of all, by even in African homes, in this our part of the world now, how many parents sit their children down to say, okay, let me teach you about sex? Rarely ever, So
Eh.
people learn from outside.
Yeah.
So what do you learn? And what
Mm.
what are people taught? You are given an expectation of your first sexual experience. You are
Mm.
given an idea of how it should look.
It
So
should be.
you watch a movie, you just see a guy and a girl, just meet somewhere, and then the next thing they're in a room, and then
Yes.
everybody's
Yeah. Everybody
rushing to throw
like
up their
hot yam.
clothes like hot yam, like you need to consume this other human being, and everybody's like, oh my god, I must experience this.
Yeah.
And many people have an experience, or
Mm.
they burn a lot of bridges in
Mm.
life. They just make a lot of decisions to ensure that they're able to experience this
This
extremely
crazed version
pleasurable,
of sex
this,
that has been made.
yes, and then they are disappointed.
Yeah.
Now, something does not feel right because they were given something to expect.
Mm.
So they start looking for that thing,
Mm.
that they were expecting. Many times people now start asking a lot of questions. Okay, was something wrong with me? Was something wrong with the person? Maybe it's the wrong person. Now, some people now fall into the deception of looking for the person that will have that
They will have
perfect
that exact experience.
interaction with,
Yes, yes,
experience with,
yeah.
and now hear people start having body
Even you
counts.
see,
Exactly.
and even people that are married, you see them
You get,
still wanting to
is a
break.
man, yeah,
Yeah,
somebody's already with one person, but you want
because
to try other people because there's an
mm,
experience they think this thing is supposed to
mm,
be. But it's funny
wow,
because it's just a
I
lie.
can draw two things from what you've said so far.
Mm,
Like I can draw one, education. You're talking
mm,
about the African parents comes to that,
yes,
and
yes,
education, sex education.
yeah.
Then I can see that there are unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic expectations.
Expectations
That's
because
the term.
there was no proper orientation
Yes,
on sex.
yes,
So we're giving a high craze version
yes.
or a twisted
Twisted version of
version
what
of
is
how
supposed
sex
to
should
be.
feel like, how the
Yes,
experience should be.
yes,
Yeah. So sex education is very important.
yes.
Just imagine a child you're growing up. The first time you're knowing about sex is probably through a magazine or
Mm,
through a movie.
mm,
It's actually very bad
yes.
because you don't even know how it's
How it's
supposed to
supposed to
be.
be? Is that person's
So
idea they're passing
sex
to you?
education is very important.
Yes,
So we're not just talking about just information because you see that most of the information don't create that overview
yes,
or the goal. If you
yes.
ask people what's the goal of sex,
Mm.
goal of sex is to feel good.
It's to feel good.
It's to feel good. It's
Yes,
to
it's
feel good. It's
just
to
to
feel
feel
good.
good.
Just to feel good. So what is sex for?
Mm.
So just like why should I get married?
Yeah.
For example, when I can have sex if I'm not married.
Yes.
So why should I have
So
sex?
so what's the
So
point?
what's the point of marriage or any of those things? So until we know the purposes of things, like everybody will say,
Abuse will be
abuse is
inevitable.
not the abuse is inevitable. So sex, there's no education, there's no the why of sex,
Mm.
there's no orientation, there's no overview. we all just join the conversation halfway. How was sex? How
Yes.
many people have you slept with? Are you
Yes.
able to last long? Are you able to stay 1 hour? This is
Exactly.
what I use. This is what I use. This is what I use to prevent pregnancy. We join the conversation halfway. We
Mm.
don't we don't we were never given
A
an overview,
proper foundation.
yeah, and a
Yes.
proper picture. It's
Yes.
just like the story of the of three men, three blind men that were placed to feel an elephant. One
Mm.
feel the legs of the elephant. I was like,
Yes.
the elephant is like a tree, and that
Mm.
one felt the tusk. Was it the tusk? Yes, it was like the elephant is sharp. It's very
Mm.
sharp, as like a blade. So
Yes.
someone else was feeling the one of the blind man was feeling the belly. I was like, definitely the elephant is like a wall.
Mm.
So we are all just coming from the different perspectives. Some from their hurt. I'll tell you that
Yes.
no,
Hurtful
from
experiences.
hurtful experience, people have very hurtful. Some people were abused when they were young.
Yes. Yes.
So when you talk about sex, they're coming from that point of view. So all of this craziness is mixed into the information we absorb
We are
every day.
absorbing every day.
So, and one of the great dangers of that is expectation.
Yes.
Some people already go into a relationship
Expecting something.
expecting that men will cheat on them.
Mm.
Some people are expecting that women are never faithful.
Yes.
Women will follow who has the largest or the bigger account number or the
Mm.
bigger account balance. I mean, so those expectations in reality create the experiences we're having.
Yes.
But you see, sometimes some couples, because we are in the search for love and
Mm.
fulfillment. You see, some couples, nothing's really wrong with the relationship.
Mm.
Most of the problem that is in the relationship are coming from assumed challenges.
Yes.
They are coming
Perceptions,
from
expectations.
expectations. So one of the parties may even be surprised, like, what is
What
going
is the
on? What
problem?
is the problem? And so nobody really know where the problem is coming from because there's suspicion.
Mm.
And there's this thing, like, still talking about expectation. There's thing that's going around. People expect men to be secretive, to be cheats.
Mm.
So you see a lot of content, a lot of video, a lot of information
Yeah.
about men
Everybody.
hiding their phones, about
Yes.
women trying to find out about men.
Exactly. It's just
So
prevalent
so
mindset.
even as a young man growing up, you are already having the feel that I'm a man, I cheat.
Mm.
So
This, yes.
the expectation pushes
Yes, and
the,
this thing you are saying is because as human beings, we must not undermine the place of the power of how we think.
yeah.
You know, you cannot really rise beyond how you think about your environment, about yourself. If these are the prevalent mindsets that you are living with, they will become self-fulfilling,
Yeah.
you know, things in the sense that if you've always visualized life to be in a
Mm,
certain way, you won't know what is driving you.
mm,
Some people come out and even some ladies are like, oh, this is the kind of guy I want, this is the kind of relationship I want.
mm,
But inside their mind,
mm,
the real pictures that they have absorbed over the years are pictures
mm,
of men that are abusive,
yeah.
men that
They are
lie,
they are
cheat.
expecting
So
it.
even when they are with a good man,
They are expecting him.
they feel like this is not a real man
Yeah.
because this maybe from their telenovelas or whatever they watch. This
Yeah.
high man, so they have
So,
either too
yeah.
much or too low an expectation
Mm,
of what a man is supposed to be, and the same for men
mm,
with women.
mm,
So I'm just corroborating what you were saying that truly
mm,
expectations, and I think we should find a way to even tie these principles up
mm,
to show us how that something as because the way we talk about sex can now make it look like sex is a bad thing,
mm.
but sex is supposed to be a beautiful
That
thing,
is also a great thing.
and there
Mm,
must be a context for it to be used.
mm,
So because now we've spoken and said we've broken some people's tables. We
mm,
said it's not about being in a relationship.
mm,
Sex is beyond just being in a relationship and all that. So
mm,
I feel like it would be nice for us to actually delve into the proper context
mm,
for sex, though very briefly, because of course we don't want to spend all the time. But
mm.
for instance, the whole idea of just people having multiple sexual partners, multiple sexual
I
relations.
think it's something that the West is actively pushing,
Mm,
where in our mind we think we are making sex explicit. We think we are making it, we are pushing it out there, trying to make it something that everybody's aware of, teach people about it. But we are watching the effect of it
mm,
in the sense that sex, as much as in our father's time, our grandfather's time, it was something that was not discussed.
mm.
We now went the other way and like let's start discussing about
Let's
start
be
sex.
so
Let's be explicit about it. Let
yeah.
every so there's nothing about sex you cannot see online. There's
Mm,
nothing about it you can see online. So but we've not allowed that information come out in the right way.
Yes.
So what has happened now is that sex has been watered down.
I think
Sex
so.
has been watered down in okay.
Sorry, it's something you said. I'm so
Mm,
sorry for cutting you short. I
yeah,
remember a day you made an example. You said you're trying to make sex look like
yeah.
you're just having a handshake.
Exactly. I was coming to that.
Yes.
So that's exactly what I was coming to. That sex is now being watered down to the point where it's not like a handshake.
Mm,
You just meet someone for the first time. We're already calculating, okay, will it happen on the first date? Will it happen on the second date? Will it
mm,
happen on the third date? You know? So sex is supposed to have an experience. There's supposed to be
mm,
an experience because from the design, we see that sex is something that's supposed to ravish the both individuals.
mm,
It's something that the both of them are supposed to engage in to consummate a love.
mm.
It's supposed to consummate
A new level of connection.
a new level of connection to push forward a commitment. But what we have is the reverse of it, where I just want to test you.
Mm,
So it's too deep a thing to be so flagrant,
mm.
to be used so flagrantly.
That's profound.
So it's too deep. It's too deep. I shouldn't be naked with everybody.
Mm,
As much as okay, I want to get to know you. But for me to get to that level with you,
mm.
it means that the relationship is supposed to move further than that.
So you're
There,
saying that there should be a level of
there should be
commitment.
a level of commitment attached to intimacy.
Mm.
So there's a level of commitment that's supposed to be attached with every level of it. You won't open your house because you want to be nice to
Exactly.
everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody come through your house. You are risking your security. You are
Mm,
risking your safety.
mm,
So even falling in love, just loving everybody, dating everybody, you shouldn't date everybody.
mm.
Not everybody, because we are all looking at like you said earlier when we started is that the world is so sexually charged
Yes.
and also dating charged. I know this is a month of love, and a lot of people are actually under pressure.
Mm.
So it's even affecting the way we form relationship and friendship.
It's true.
Not everybody that comes around you is to be
It's
dated.
to be dated.
Not everybody that comes around you if it's for you to have sex with or
Yes.
to be married to.
Yes.
So let everything be in proper context. This
Mm.
person is this person a job colleague? Is this person a business partner?
Yeah, we should call relationships
Let's
what they are.
correlation. Let's define relationships. Let's put them where they are. Let's not I'm having it was just a fling. You
Yeah, those names,
those
one night
those
stands, all
yeah,
those
one night stand,
things.
those things, as great as they sound and as much as the movies try to glorify these things, they are the one diminishing sexual experiences,
Yeah.
such that someone is growing up and expectation of sex is not that great.
Mm.
Even the so-called wedding nights that used to be a great thing
Mm.
for people to look forward to it. There's really nothing special about it for some people now
Mm.
because what's special about the wedding night? Because
Yeah, everybody
you
can do
have
it
it
anytime.
you have it every other day.
Mm.
You have had it with so many persons. So eventually you reduce sex to a performance.
Mm.
It now becomes something of a sport. How long can you last? Will you
Mm.
be able to perform like my other
Mm-hmm.
partners? So
And from what you are saying, can we now say
mm.
comfortably that
Mm.
such an experience is only supposed to be captured within a very deep level of commitment, which is what
Yes.
we call marriage?
Yeah.
So it should only be something as important as sex and what sex is
Mm.
should only be within the context of a very deep level of commitment.
Why we will say marriage is because many people will say, okay, you must you just be in a marriage. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
committed to my boyfriend. I'm very committed to my
Exactly.
girlfriend. And we've been dating for like 3, 4, 5 years. What you must understand is that what marriage signifies is the highest level of commitment
Yes.
in the sense that you can't go back.
A lifelong
Yes,
commitment.
it's supposed to be from what I understand by the original design is that it's not something that you should be able to reverse.
Yes.
It's supposed to, when we studied chemistry in school, it's supposed to be a chemical
Yeah, chemical
reaction.
reaction, yes.
When you
Irreversible.
when you mix cement, water, and sand together, it's supposed to create is it mortar?
Yeah, mortar.
It creates mortar for you. You cannot get back the cement
Mm.
the way it was before. You can't separate that thing again. So
Yes.
marriage is supposed to be you're supposed two individuals are supposed to come
Mm.
transform
Yes. Into
into
one.
a kind
Yeah.
of oneness that
And
cannot be reversed.
and
So mhm,
when you were speaking, I just remembered um the reason why I'm bringing this point back because I don't want to forget. I forgot initially.
yeah.
So I remember that many times the same people that are the same structures that have taught people about sex and one night stands and all that, they don't teach you the aftermath.
They don't teach you
They don't teach you the
exactly.
depression,
Exactly. No, sir, you're on
the
point.
heartbreak. They
Exactly.
don't teach you because you are gluing yourself to
You're giving
somebody
yourself to someone.
in a level of
Mhm.
intimacy and you just
Mm.
break off.
Mm.
You can't live the same.
Many times we feel when you look at all these X-rated movies or these X-rated pictures and all of that, you feel like those actors or those porn actors, they even call them porn stars as well.
Celebrities.
Yes, they call them celebrities. They celebrate them. They are not just only destroying society
Mm,
because they are destroying the fabric of marriage.
yeah.
They are
Family.
destroying themselves
Yes.
while in the process of that.
True.
Because for many of them, sexual experience for them is is nothing more than just a sport
Mm,
or a shoot, just like we are
mm.
here now. Just imagine doing that to yourself. So,
That's
so, so,
unimaginable.
so the sexual experience for them is has just been reduced to a matter of lasting long,
Mm,
size, and those kind of external things. Whereas sex is in itself is more emotional.
yeah.
It's supposed to be deeper.
Real.
It's supposed to be more of at a soulish level, just than more than just the physical act of it.
Mm,
So cutting off the soulish, the soul part of it, and just focusing on the physical act of it is reducing the experience.
that's profound.
Mm.
At this point, I feel like we're actually even going very far.
We're going very far.
So we
Okay, we
should
didn't
probably
come about this
rather we have other
discussion.
things to go and do this evening.
Yeah.
But maybe we should consider doing something around this.
So you can think of doing a follow-up video or
Follow video,
what do you think?
possibly live.
Okay, maybe so we
Po-
can get people's
Possibly live. We can
questions,
get people's questions, know what they think.
comments. Okay, we'll just
Okay.
consider it.
So okay, let's consider that.
Yeah,
But
so
thank you so much for
for you're
following,
joining us
for
this
joining
evening.
us.
We are too.
You can just drop your comments, you can drop your likes,
Likes,
and
yeah.
this is a conversation we really like to hear what you have to say.
Yeah,
So
please, yeah.
share with
Don't also
us.
forget to share with
Yes,
others.
don't forget to
So
share
we
with
can join the
others.
conversation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Stay unplugged.
Shout out to everyone.
Yeah. Have a nice
Stay
time at home.
unplugged.
The system got me locked up in the matrix. They try to run me